Alright guys, so here we are once again with the Max Verstappen career mode. This is round number 3 here in China. Again, not one of my better tracks, but if we can just smash through this round, get some decent points, and really carry some momentum heading into rounds like Spain and Monaco, we could be in a very good position in this championship. In saying that, we're still in a very good position after the first 2 races. I think we're 1 point off the lead of this championship so far. So here we are in qualifying now, going round the outside of Lewis Hamilton, who just came out of the pits, I might add. So negotiating a little bit of traffic here on our first flying lap. Hamilton seems very determined here to get in my way on my qualifying lap, now making contact there. What is Lewis doing? I don't understand. He really wants to tarnish this lap, and he finally gets out of the way there. But as we come on to the start-finish straight again, he got in front of me. So we set a 1 minute 40.604, provisionally going pole, but then as everyone else sort of set their times, we got demoted down to P5. So here we are, our final lap of the session here, coming up to the line. Are we going to improve? No, we're not. So that's where we're going to start for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's position 5.
It's now time to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. It's time for the Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai. Unless you've been living under a rock, you might have seen reports of Nico Rosberg claiming he's going to win this weekend's race. But he was so confident he was claiming victory long before we arrived. Securing pole position for today's race, though, means he's very likely to be following up on those bold claims.
His work isn't done yet. He still needs to take the advantage of being on pole and turn it into a race win. As long as he has no mechanical issues and can stay out of trouble in that first corner, he could make this the perfect weekend.
It wasn't a day to remember for Williams' Valtteri Bottas yesterday in qualifying. A poor performance by the Finn sees him start quite far back down the grid.
He has such raw pace in that Williams that I don't think he'll be out of the points come the end of the Grand Prix.
Massa and Bottas in 13th and 14th, very alarming for those guys. Daniel Ricciardo, the star of qualifying, getting into P2. That was an amazing drive from the Red Bull driver. But once again, we have another rain-affected session. This time, we're only starting on the intermediate, so we could have a little bit more grip to start off with, so that's a little bit positive. But in terms of the forecast for the rest of this race, I'm not too sure whether it's going to dry up or whether it's actually going to get heavier. That's yet to be seen. But here we go, ready for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. Away we go. I seem to get off to good starts when it's raining, putting it down into lean and just easing off on the power. And we settle into P6, going around the outside of the 2 Ferraris now. We're going to try and hold a flowing run through the Snell section and try and get around everyone just on pure momentum, I suppose. But the gap closes. We make contact with Sebastian Vettel there. It doesn't amount to anything as he held the position briefly, but now it's going to be side by side between the 2 of us. But Vettel has better traction, holding it around the outside there into turn 4. Now we got the inside. Are we going to take Vettel's spot? It looks like we are. So the 2 Mercedes lead as we have a massive snap of oversteer, and Vettel gets back up the inside. Daniel Ricciardo has dropped to P3. So it looks like the 2 Mercedes cars are going to be skirting away in this race once again, which is a bit unfortunate. But what can we do starting from P5? We managed to hold on to our grid position so far, but it looks like, I don't know, the straight line speed, and not only that, more importantly, I think the grip is kind of not there at the moment. Maybe down to lower starting pressures with the tyre temps or whatever. But anyway, coming into lap 2 now, we just completely miss the apex of the first corner. That allows Raikkonen to go up the inside, and he takes position 5, getting very close with Raikkonen here. I do not want to let go of this position because I really feel in the rain right now. Raikkonen, what was that? He got in front of me and then he just, I don't know, stopped accelerating, so we ran into the back of him. But we're going to go up the inside here, once again into turn 4. Can we hold it? Raikkonen is still on the outside there. With better traction, he does outdrag us, and he takes P5. So as I was saying before, we don't really have the pace in the wet at the moment. I'm hoping that it dries out, or maybe that my tyre temps are, I don't know, not up to temperature, and maybe that can improve gradually as the race goes on. But there's a massive pile up there in between the penultimate corner and the final corner. As you can see on board from Massa, the 2 Saubers made contact with each other. He runs into the Sauber, and then he gets collected by a Force India. It all happened so quickly there. We're going to have to rewind and see exactly what happened here. It was a 3 wide affair into the hairpin. That is pretty outstanding. So coming through here, both the Williams follow the two. Okay, so one of the Sauers makes contact with a Red Bull, then Nasser makes contact with his teammate, then it's just a big domino effect, and there's a massive pile up there. As you can see on board from Jensen, does he get collected? No, he doesn't. So just like in Japan in Season 1, Jensen Button escapes another almighty crash there, and that is just unbelievable. You wouldn't see that on any other F1 game except for F1 2015. That is fantastic. But unfortunately though, there's no safety car in F1 2015, so we're just going to have to carry on and try and just push this ailing Toro Rosso as far as we can. We're just going to have to defend every position like we are now, because we don't have pace. The straight line speed is okay, but just the rear traction at the moment is absolutely terrible. So we just have to defend every position like it's, I don't know, for the World Championship, I suppose. As you can see on board from Hulkenberg, we squeezed him right up against the white line, and we did manage to hold on to that position for now. As you can see on the replay here, we get very close to making wheel-to-wheel contact there on the straight there, but we managed to sort of turn away from each other just enough to avoid contact there. That was fantastic. Really enjoying the battles with the AI here, as on lap 5 we have a massive snap of oversteer, and that allows Bottas to sneak up the inside, and he's hit us off the track. We've made... Bottas has squeezed us off right up against the white line there, and we've lost our big time there. I don't think we conceded any damage, thankfully, as we can see on the replay. Look, we were completely squeezed for space, and Bottas just completely moves over on us. But I like the way that we just really nice and smoothly rejoined onto the track and managed to rejoin with a battle with Romain Grosjean, Kvyat, and Nasser, for example. So these guys, these are all the people that got tangled up in the crash a few laps ago. They managed to already recover fairly well. So that's quite incredible for the AI to do that and not concede too much damage from that initial crash a few laps ago. But anyway, lap 6, we can see this is Grosjean on the attack once again. We hold it up the inside and hold on to P10 for now. We're looking very slow. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know, I don't have grip. I'm just not getting into the flow of the conditions. I probably should have increased the starting tyre pressures. Maybe I'm just not generating enough temperature in the tyres. I am running with low aero. I think it's something like 4-1 wings. So maybe all these little things adding up together are making this Toro Rosso a little bit slow at the moment. But we go up the inside of Felipe Nasser once again. He's still hanging around the outside there. And just like Raikkonen has done before with Vettel as well, he hangs it around the outside. But it seems like we got past him again. Okay, so I'll take that back up into P9. It's lap 9 now, and we've got to start thinking about what we're doing for our next round of pit stop. Asking the engineer, the vehicle condition. We're asking him what the forecast is looking like for the next 10 laps. And he did say the rain will be easing off in about 10 to 15 minutes. So that's very interesting at the moment. You can see our tyres, they're okay. They're a yellowy orange sort of condition at the moment. So we could stretch them out for another, let's say, 5 laps and see what the conditions are like from there. I can see already that some people have already stopped, including the 2 Ferraris. They put on another set of intermediates. I was just checking to see if anyone went for dry tyres. It is very, very bold to do that this early, but I just thought I'd check anyway, just to be sure. But anyway, lap 14, we can see this is Nasser, I think, or is it Kvyat going up our inside? It's Nasser. So already we're starting to lose a lot of grip in the tyres, just trying to hang it around the outside into turn 1. The tyres at this stage, yeah, they're getting very, very nasty at this stage. As you can see now, DRS has now been enabled, so now we can come in very soon for a set of dry tyres and just go to the end of the race on possibly a set of prime tyres to Nasser. Did you guys see that? Nasser just ran into the back of me for no reason. He had nowhere else to... He could have eased off the throttle, but no, he just wanted to carry on into the back of me there. So, are we going to come into the pits on this lap? No, we're not. I'm assuming it's going to be very soon though. Just waiting for the track to dry up just a little bit more, and then we'll be straight onto a set of dry tyres, that's for sure, as Bottas just flies past us with DRS up around the outside into turn 1. So yeah, I'm just in a holding phase at the moment, waiting for the rain to ease up even more so that I can put on the set of dry tyres. But as you can see, just going through high-speed corners, this car is just, well, not the car really, it's the tyres. They're just absolutely shot at this stage. They're pretty much red. I'm surprised they haven't got a puncture yet, as you saw in previous videos with driving till the tyres explode. But Hulkenberg, while I've been talking about the tyres, got up the inside and he took position 7. So lap 16, are we coming in? Yes, we are. So this is very early for a set of dry tyres. We're going to have a 12-lap run to the end of the race on prime tyres. This is going to be very, very interesting. One, for the tyre wear, whether we make it to the end of the race. But initially, we need to make sure that we can generate enough temperature in these tyres to circulate on a wet track. This is going to be very fascinating, this next phase of the race. We are the first people in the field to put on a set of dry tyres. So this could massively work in our favour, or it could completely explode in our face. We're going to have to wait and see how it goes, though. It looks like the track is fairly dry. There's a dry line, so that does help in our aid to gaining a few positions here. But as you can see on lap 17, the temps and the tyres really aren't up to temperature yet, so we're having to weave on the straight just to generate just a little bit more temperature in the tyres, just so it can increase the pace a bit. But as you can see on the very next lap, the AI have followed suit and they're on to the prime tyres. The only person who went on options was Nico Hulkenberg, so I'm very interested to see how his tyre wear evolves over the course of this race. We may end up catching him by the end of the race, but as you can see, just continually getting faster as the track is drying. Obviously, that's what happens when the temperatures increase. The tyres are more coming into phase now, and lap 23 we can see we're in P7 at the moment. We now get promoted to P6, as I believe Daniel Ricciardo retired from the race. And as you can see, final lap, this is pretty much our race now, and just through these final couple corners, I was doing some burnouts. I wasn't going to lose a position, I wasn't going to gain one either, so I just thought I'd murder the tyres a little bit. Another burst of wheel spin and doing some donuts up to the line. It's P6, not the best result in the end, but considering how slow we were at the start, I think it was another good recovery, just like we saw in Malaysia. So there we go, lads. P6 in the Chinese Grand Prix. I'll take that, considering it's one of my worst tracks, and it was in the rain too. So I think we did really well to finish where we did. We had some really good battles at the start of the race with Hulkenberg. There was that massive crash behind us. The guys like Nazar, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, they managed to get through that and recover quite well to finish in the points there. So a few cars finishing down a lap there, but overall I think this has been a really good race for us. Sebastian Vettel managing to win that race after the two Mercedes got out to a massive lead. I think that was very, very interesting. Maybe Ferrari is the team to beat in the second season here of career mode. In the driver's standings, we're only 5 points away from the lead of the championship, so not too bad considering we've had 2 rain-affected sessions this season. I think we're still right in the mix to win this driver's championship. Once again, leave a like if you enjoyed. The next race will be in Bahrain. Hopefully, it's going to be dry there. It's going to be a lot of overtaking opportunities. And we're really going to see the true pace of the Toro Rosso at that track as well. So, very much looking forward to it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time.
I've got a question, if you'd hear me out. In your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, find your